Hey, barrel it up right here.
Go get him, Isaac.
Oh, shoot, bro.
Chest down, repeat. Perfect. Chest down, repeat. Here we go.
Man, I don't know what's.
Reach,
Can't
chest
see
down,
my.
buddy.
I don't want the main menu. Oh, there we go.
Finish down, Isaac. You got this, Isaac.
Yeah, it looks like we're back again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. We have walked in one. We've got 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The batter at bat right now. And foul straight back on a 56-mile-an-hour pitch from Isaac. And
Roll that barrel and drive through.
so we got Isaac now really needing to not lose this batter, stay strong, and finish strong. I think he should be proud of himself for the way he's pitched so far.
Hey, touch any base, infield, let's go.
And then foul ball out of play to the right.
Joe, come on!
Joe needs to go through the fence there if he's going to catch that one.
Like 2 steps over the fence, Joe. 2 steps over, man.
Hey, good pitch, Hans. Do it again. You battling 2-1. Nice work, kid.
All right. Not sure what happened there. We lost the stream all of a sudden. I think it's maybe my equipment got too hot. I'm not sure. But right now we got 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, bases loaded. Strike 3, 56 on the outside corner. That was a good pitch. That ends the threat from the Warriors Scarlet. Taking us through 1, we have 2 runs for the Jacks, 1 for Warriors Scarlet, and we should see Chris and Aaron here to begin the top of the second. Again, not sure what happened there on the stream. Thanks for staying tuned in. We got a new stream going, and hopefully we'll stay strong with us the rest of the game. I'm not sure what happened there. So, remember, fall ball's a little different. The run rule is pretty high. I'd have to go back and look, but it's like 20 after 3 or something. Do you remember the run rule down here, Coach? 10 after 4, but a minimum of 4 innings. Right? Yes. So 10 after 4, minimum of 4 innings. That's why last week we played so late. Hey Mia, how you doing? How's little in-game interview with Gianni's little sister Mia. So, how's school? You gotta be a little close to the mic. How's school?
Good.
And what grade are you in?
Second.
Second grade. You want to give a shout out to your teacher? Shout out Miss or Mr.
Shout out to Mr. Corrado.
Mr. Corrado, all right. So great. So as a second grader, you've been in there, what, about 3 weeks now, 4 weeks? What's the biggest difference between second grade and first grade? Like seriously, you must have so much more responsibility. Are they killing you with homework? What's it like in the second grade these days?
My teacher, he's new to being like a teacher.
Oh, okay.
So he's like really nice.
He's really nice. I like
He
that.
doesn't put too much pressure on us. He's just kind of light about homework and stuff.
He's light about the homework. Now, is your class well behaved? Do you respect him, even though he's a first year teacher, or are you guys giving him a whole hard time?
My class is giving him a hard time, but me not.
But Mia's well behaved, but the class, full of hooligans and shenanigans, huh? Great. All right. Well, do you have any message for the folks watching at home and tuning in?
No.
No? Don't you have a certain mama that's probably paying attention? Do you want to say hi to her? Or Antonio? What about Grandma? Is she tuned in? Abuela? Where's Abuela? No? Oh, okay, she got all clammed up on me, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to go the top of the second here. As I mentioned, we've got Chris in. Chris swings and misses a 42-mile-an-hour pitch. I don't know what that was, but he was way ahead. Oh, sorry, that's Aaron? My bad. Aaron way ahead. Oh, yeah, that's Aaron's Miami Vice bat. Shame on me for not knowing that. So Aaron uncorked there on a very slow pitch and way ahead. So let's see what the next pitch looks like. 47 coming in very slow and very tasty. So our boys are going to struggle with this speed.
Let it come.
So no balls, 2 strikes now to Aaron. That ball bounces low and gets away from the catcher. So I was listening to the Rockies yesterday, had a doubleheader against the Giants, and I couldn't help but see some parallels between the Rockies and our beloved Colorado Jackrabbits. So talent in every kid, not everybody with a ton of experience, but really swing and a miss, that ball is dropped. Simple throw down to first, and that ball gets away. Aaron will get to first on an error, so strikeout and then an error will get him to first. So not the best at bat for Aaron, but he advanced 80 feet, and so you probably can't be too upset about that. So now in steps Chris. Definitely Chris, one of the players here at the Jackrabbits that needs more at bats. He's trying to find that groove again. He had a groove for a little bit in the summer season, but has not found it this fall at all. That ball is low and away. Excellent stop by the catcher to keep that ball from getting away. And Aaron doesn't go anywhere. So like the Rockies, we got a lot of talent on this team, having a hard time putting it together all at the same time. Swing and a foul ball, straight back. And I think I moved my camera a little bit. Now I'm looking more at the sky than I am. Let's see if that'll work. Oh, that's too low. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first. There's no play at first, but it was keeping Aaron's attention, which is what it's supposed to do.
Hit it to right field. Now let it travel like you're hitting the right field.
And let's see if that'll work there for fixing the look, swing and a miss. And that'll be 3 for Chris. So Chris continues to be in a slump. Gonna need to get some time on the tee and even see some live pitching maybe. Work his way out of that. In steps Jabril, heads up to Jabril's family at home, paying attention. And that also puts Esai then on deck, so heads up to Esai's family as well. So Jabril in the box with the Miami Vice bat. And slide back, play it first, slide back from the pickoff move. It was a good pickoff move. Aaron gets in underneath it. I missed getting the camera over, I think, in time for that. Sorry. I was looking down to make sure my home plate camera is looking good. And Aaron now will go with a ground ball. It's a fair ball down the left field line. And third baseman just eats it, wisely does. That gives us then runners at first and second.
Let's go, Esai!
And so that was a really great swing from Jabril. Jabril was way ahead on this. So with this kid throwing in the high 40s, it's going to be a little hard for our kids to not pull it. But it is like we saw Chris going to want to swing early to be way ahead of it. So that was a 47-mile-an-hour pitch outside in the dirt.
If that keeps on happening, you just back on the ball.
That's Esai, number 15. Oops. Oh, that ball is inside. Isai gets his bat down. So does it not have a foul ball? Now the runners on first and second. Isai now. Ooh, swing and a miss at a 44-mile-an-hour pitch right down the middle of the plate.
You have to let it travel, bud. Head down.
All right, 2 balls, 1 strike now. And just a note to my family, I will be burned on the left side of my body because I forgot sunscreen in the car. And the sun, while not hot, is on this beautiful bluebird sky day. Beaming down me looks pretty good, and I didn't bring the tent because it didn't call for rain. Silly me. I thought 77 would be glorious. And the runner, he's out. They got Aaron on the leadoff. Oh, shucks. I think I got the wrong camera angle on that one. Apologies. Aaron's picked off at second. He had a very big lead and a good whip and fire. So rather than first and second with 1 down, we now have first with 2 down and a 3-1 count to Isai. Isai will be swinging here, hopefully. Huge hole in the right center if he can loft it. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So again, full count, 2 down. So the runner at first should be going. Jabril should be running. And Isai with a huge hole in right center. Jabril doesn't go. Not sure why.
Not gonna walk it, 1-6. Not gonna walk it.
So Jabril being reminded, know that.
His first base coach should be telling him.
Yeah. So we have full count. Runner will be going pitch, and he's going. And that ball is high. Isai will take first on a walk. 4 balls to him. We'll bring up Isaiah. No, not Isaiah. Excuse me.
Isaiah, Kieran,
Javon, thank you. And Isaiah will be on deck. It's really weird, but that's... So Javon steps in. Heads up to Mom if she's listening in. Javon now with the fire bat. Swing and a miss at 47.
Get down, you're good. Right on.
So these pitches again coming in 10 mile an hour slower than the previous pitcher. So they look like giant meatballs. And that ball gets passed, but it goes right back to the pitcher. So the catcher, excuse me. That ball. Oh.
Good.
Call time.
Jabril is down grabbing his head. He's safely in there, but you don't like to see anybody kind of grabbing their head. So now we've got 1-1 count to Javon.
Here we go, Jay, right there for you, kid.
And next pitch will be high and away.
Hey, be ready to get there, Jabril.
On that pitch as well, Isai wisely moved up another 80 feet. So now with 2 outs and runners on second and third. So Jackrabbits have struggled all fall ball to get that key hit. We had runners in scoring position and not be able to drive them in. Ooh, Javon does a dance to get out of the way. You can imagine that's a ball. Everybody's telling him to wear it. Everybody's telling him to take it. Yeah, take it, bro. And nobody wants to take it. Even a 47-mile-an-hour fastball, that hurts. Swing and a miss at 45. That ball, bottom just dropped right out. So not sure if that was intentional or not, but it was a really pretty pitch from the Scarlet pitcher. So full count, 2 down, runners on second and third. That ball will be low and away. And so Javon will take first. So now we have bases loaded with Isaiah up. So Izzy now with the chance to really play the hero with a big swing. And that will put Kieran on deck. So we got big swinger here in Izzy. Oh, it's a new bat, huh? I see. So it's a new to game action bat. Is that what we're saying? New to game action. Is it Cat 10? What do you got? Or Cat? What is it? Marucci? A drop 5. Oh, he's bringing lots of oomph. If he connects, he's going to crush that. Strike on an outside pitch, outside corner pitch. That was a strike. 1-1. Not really much Isaiah could do with that pitch, so in that count, you just let it go. You got more pitches to see. Bases loaded. Jackrabbit's ready to run. Ooh, swing and a miss. 51 miles an hour, a little high, but looked good, I'm sure, coming in. I don't know, if it was softball, I'd call that a rise ball. I'm not sure what that was exactly. Here it is. Oh, foul ball off to the right side. Isaiah connecting off to the right side with a 45 mile an hour pitch. So, really need to put the ball in play here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bases loaded and 2 down. Chance to put some runs on the board. Javon with the giant lead on. Isaiah with the giant lead. Off to the right, and first baseman hits him in the head. Foul ball. We're gonna have a timeout. That ball. Oh, ow. That's gonna hurt physically and ego. Both of those things are gonna be a little bit out of sorts for a while. He's up. Number 17's up. It looks like he's good. He's good. It was foul ball. He made contact with him in foul territory. So Isaiah will get a chance to swing away. And I don't know if I'm not sure if he, first baseman there, looks like he may have lost it in the sun. So the sun is coming from that direction. And he just didn't quite get underneath him. So right now, it looks like actually Coach is doing, I think he's doing some concussion protocol with him. He was asking him some questions and getting him to chat with him. So good. If that's what's happening, like just good quality coaching by the Warriors coach here, Warriors Scarlet coach. Make sure his kid is totally okay. He's not just shaking it off and moving on. But there was an extended conversation there. It makes me think that there was some additional evaluation of his health. Here's the next pitch. And that's a line drive to the right side. That should score 1. And that should score a second with Javon getting over to third. Izzy, take a bow. That is the big key hit that the Jackrabbits are missing all fall ball. So 2 runs are in. Gives us a 4-1 lead. Runners at first and third. Izzy steal sign here. Kieran steps in. So we'll see if Izzy's going or not. Izzy goes. Kieran swings. Pops that up. And pitcher grabs it. And that'll be it for the Jackrabbits. But not before they score another 2. So 2 per inning. We'll take it. And then we will see who comes out for the bottom of the second in various defensive positions as well as being on the mound. Kieran being our catcher will need to be he'll need to hurry up if he's going to put the battle gear back on. We'll see who takes the mound here in just a second. As we go into the middle of the second inning here, I'm going to try to find me some sunscreen, and hopefully I've fixed the crowd noise as well. You should be able to pick up some crowd noise out of our other cameras, so you should know that. But know that I'll be back here as we will start the bottom of the second in just a second.
Oh, but every time he's like this. Oh,
Kieran's number 2.
Teddy. No, I played first base for like first.
He has to come set and make a pitching motion to spin off.
And as we get set here for the bottom of the second, remember we'll go 4 innings. That's one of the exciting things about Highland Ranch. You get a guaranteed 4. I've still got Isaiah on the mound, and then we'll have Isai behind the plate. So a changing of the guard behind home, a new battery. We'll see how this works out. But Kieran really pushing Isai to be to be that #1 catcher. So we'd like to see this. We got Jabrell at first. My goodness, I love Jabrell at first. I think there's a lot to be worked on there. And he's playing infield, of course, with Ricardo at second, Jorge at short, and Gianni at third. So now we're playing 3 regulars and one more raw recruit here in the infield. I kind of like that idea. So Jabrell being first will be the only non-starter. And then in the outfield, I've got a little bit of movement here. It looks like Javon in right and Jack in center and Teddy in left. So heads up, Nana and Papa. I forgot where you guys are now. I think you're in Cancun or something. Teddy's in left. So any balls to the left go to Teddy. Eastside with a solid throw down. And we'll start here at the bottom of the second for the Warriors Scarlet. There are multiple Warriors, by the way, in the program, and so I think Scarlet is either their color. So they're not the Scarlet Warriors, like they were from Rutgers. They are Warriors Scarlet. And we'll play other Warriors throughout the ball season as well. That will be by their colors as well. First pitch from Isaac is a 55-mile-an-hour fastball, just a little outside. Again, the ump setting up over the inside corner. So as those outside pitches, you're unlikely to get called. You want to throw it inside, just like that one. Beautiful foul ball off to the right.
That shoulder's probably stronger than it was before.
I will never not be impressed by the future. The fact that I can do this every week, broadcast out to, we end up with about 150 views by the end of it all. And folks can tune in from all over, so just did get a confirmation that Teddy's Nana and Papa are tuning in live from Cancun, so thousands of miles away, and they're still able to watch their grandson play. And I know many of you are watching from outside the Denver metro area, so I don't know. There's probably lots we want to fix about the world, but I wouldn't want to live in any better time where you can broadcast Little League Baseball all around the world. Next pitch is just a bit outside. So we're going to have to call that one a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. And so Isaac doesn't have, this is one of the things we're working on as well. Isaac has only ever pitched an inning and a third, I believe, as his longest outing. So not a lot of strength in the arm, not a lot of longevity in the arm. And so I think that's why Coach has him out there again. Can he go another inning? And that ball, ooh. Good move by number 13 of the Warriors Scarlet to get out of the way of ball 4. That was a 57-mile-an-hour BB right at his hips, but he hit the deck and will take first. So as you can see there, first batter is on, and we'll have next batter up. So
hey, step off. Hey. Can't go from the windup with the runner on first.
You guys can't hear that, but Isaac was all set up to be in the windup. The runner on first had a 25-foot lead.
Good slide step.
So then they reminded Isaac he's got to go off the stretch and a little slide step. Swing and a miss at a 57-mile-an-hour pitch right down the middle. Man, if that's the answer, if he can throw strikes like that with a slide step at 57, you'd love to see him do that 2 more times here. We need an out pretty
chest down, slide step.
Pretty quickly here to kind of make sure we can continue to hold that momentum. And that ball is 54 and high. It looked like he tried to do something with that. I'm not sure exactly. He spent a lot of time in his glove. I think that might have been a changeup, but floated in.
Reach, chest down. That's all it is, bud. You're okay.
Isaac being told simple, pitching is simple. It's a push, reach, chest down. So Isaac, if you're listening to this again, just go back in the backyard and work on that. Because when you do that, you throw a beautiful strike at the knees on the outside corner, 55 miles an hour. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Remember how it feels.
Here comes the important pitch right here. Can we not mess around? Push, reach, chest down. So those of you at home, you can watch and see if you can see if Isaac is replicating that. With a push with the back right foot, reaching with the pitching hand, and keeping his chest down. That ball is laced into left. Teddy scoops it up, and that ball will get back in. And clean single by the Scarlet batter. So unfortunately we had him there for probably for a strikeout, but left that fastball up. So you can go back, Isaac, if you want to go back and see whether you kept your chest down, otherwise you keep the ball up. So Isaac will toe the rubber now in the stretch. Runner at second, not taking a big lead, although taking a decent secondary lead. Isaac never looks back. Next pitch is in the dirt, gets past Isai, and everybody will advance 80 feet. You can see there now we've got no down, and second and third. And at this point, just 1 clean hit from the Knights. Sorry, not the Scarlet Warriors. And the next pitch is again in the dirt. Isai walks it, skips away. Isaac covers the distance between the mound and home, but nobody comes in. So,
all right, 2-0, huh? It's got to be yours.
2-0 here. You got to think that the batter's probably going to take here unless it's a perfect pitch. It is not a perfect pitch. It again bounces. I think Isai is getting a workout behind the plate because Isaac is running out of steam. He's pitching not. It looks like he's just not putting it all together at the same time. Jorge having the conversation with Isaac there, trying to get him to buck up, but he also makes a motion to coach about his right hand, or right arm. So we'll see if maybe this is the last batter for Isaac, regardless. And that ball is high and away. That'll load the bases. And we'll get a timeout as suspected. Coach Paul will come out and have a conversation. And yeah, we got Isaac rubbing his right shoulder. So it looks like he's going to be asked for the ball, and he will then give the ball over. Round of applause for an inning. The runners on the bases are his. So at this point, Isaac could be the winner, or he could end up with no decision. If all 3 batters do score and the inning ends up being tied, we'd have a no decision. So Gianni will take the mound, Gianni being one of our aces, throws in the high 50s, strong right-hander, and has a couple of different pitches. That one was a 59 right down the middle of the plate. If you can do that, this inning won't last very long. So Coach Paul going with experience here to finish out the inning. So I know that Teddy was on for pitching the first if Isaac ran into trouble. It looks like Gianni in for the second here. So once we get through this inning, for the third and fourth, we should expect to see Isaiah and Joe, and then having some experience on deck if they need help. So. And the outfielder's having a conversation here in right center. The infield breaking up. And everybody going back to their respective positions.
Jabril, don't hold him. Come off. Inside 3 steps. Isaiah, give me a couple more steps this way and 1 this way. All right, you're going home, right?
Hey, any base, coming home, though.
Coming home to you, Eastside, then turn one. Hey, throw through it. Charge, Isaiah.
All right, we got show and bunt with the bases loaded, which would be strange because you would have a. Oh, did you get it back?
All right, watch the lane. Go to work.
Play is at any base, so a bunt here would make a lot of sense because you'd have a force at home. So you're definitely going to see him swing away. Strike there at 60 miles an hour on the outside corner. We got 1-on-1 count.
All right, thinking yes every time till it's not there. Go time.
Looks like we got our corners in again. So we got Jabrell and Isaiah's in. Swing and a miss at 61 in the eyes. Izzy now in at third because Gianni obviously coming in to pitch. So our corners are relatively new in those roles. Up the middle, we've got our standard bearers in Ricardo and Jorge. And that ball gets away, but does not go anywhere far enough for the runners to come in. So now we got 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Aaron, I'm not joking.
And here next pitch. And that ball is just a little outside at 62 miles an hour, so Gianni bringing the heat, but the
Go get him.
not in the zone. So now we go to full count. So this is the payoff pitch here. There's no place to put him, and at this point, the Warriors Scarlet team has not been able to catch up to Gianni. So, and there it is, swing and a miss at 61, and that's the first out of the inning. A big first out. So now double play would end the inning.
Hey, same thing infield, same thing.
Eastside doing a little gardening, cleaning off the plate for the ump, who has no problem having a very consistent, very fair strike zone. So now a double play would end the inning, but in the meantime, we just need to worry about getting 1 strike. And that ball is hit to Teddy. Teddy and Jorge both look at each other because whatsoever to catch a ball, and they get to force at third. So 1 out at third, but the run does score. So error on Teddy, but he does have the wise move to throw to Isaiah at third for the force out. So that gives us first and second with 2 down. And really should have been caught with bases loaded. There's no reason that's not a catch for Teddy. So again, trying to play himself out of playing in the field. So swing and a miss, a 60-mile-an-hour pitch at the knees on the inside corner. That was a beautiful pitch from Gianni. So everybody playing back now because there's a play at first, second, or third. All I can do is catch a ground ball and step on it. That ball is high. He's so ready to whip one down to third, but there's no play. Runner at second looked like he was going, but pulled up short.
Aaron, so you walked to me.
Strike 2. And we just need 1 more strike to end the inning here. It looks like he's overpowering the batter. One correction that the batter hasn't done is move back in the box. He's still got a good 8 inches. And the ball skips away from... And Teddy will back up, but that will allow the runner to move from first to second. So now you got first and second, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. As we say, deuces wild. All right, Gianni's really got to bring it. So again, the Warriors Scarlet batter not all the way back in the box. He's spotting Gianni another 6 or 8 inches. So you got to assume if he does make contact, it's going to be off to the right side. That ball is outside. Now we got a full count.
Full count here, kid. Best pitch. Let's go.
Hey, win it, 1-9, win.
Give me another one, Gianni. Give me another one.
All right, here's the pitch, ladies and gentlemen. This is New Jackrabbits where the inning ends. This is where the inning ends. Strike 3. And that ends Old Jackrabbits. That would have been a walk if we would have extended this thing out. But instead, we end the second with only giving up 1 run. Isaac still got the W if we can pull this off. And we'll see him at bat, followed by Joe as we go into the top of the third. And we are roughly an hour into the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are on track and having a good day at the ballpark, I think. So unless you're hoping on your left fielders to catch a fly ball, in which case, no. It's okay, Blue. He's my kid, so I'm easy on everybody except my own kid, honestly. But he should catch that ball. That ball should. You're only doing 2 games, you said? So, and then you're done for the day? How many did you do yesterday, Annie? Okay. Well, we appreciate good umps who have the game under control, and I know you're out here flying solo, so some of those calls like at second, they gotta be tough. So, gotta be tough. No, you're doing great. I think what I love about it is you have a very even strike zone. There's not a lot of erratic balls and strikes. So 37 years. Wow. All right. Well, we got an ump with 37 years experience behind the plate, which explains, ladies and gentlemen, why this game is popping along and why the balls and strikes have been so consistent. A little shade from the fencing coming over the broadcast booth. Kind of nice, bringing the temperature down a little bit. Coach Nick is walking from the camera there on his way to first base hit. So the 14U team has a game today as well. So we're down a couple of our coaches, like Coach Hunter. So we have just Paul and Nick today. But they're doing just fine, I think. So. And I think this is the same pitcher as before. He's throwing those high 40s fastballs, but throwing them, some of them in the dirt. Has a little bit of a movement to him, it looks like. What? 21 is that Isaac? You know what? I think when we added him to the roster, I didn't have a number. Oh, it's 22? That's fine. We're not the official book, so that's fine. So Sporting 21, although you'll see 22 on the screen. We've got Isaac stepping in the box. And then looks like Joe behind him. So this should turn the line up over. And Isaac, a very big swinger. Sometimes he makes contact, sometimes he doesn't. This time he does. That ball is going to be caught nicely by... Oh, and he's out. Oh, wow. So the second baseman caught it, then dropped it on the transfer, and then Isaac gave up rather than running all the way through and was called out on the throw out. So the life lesson there is run all the way through the base all the time. So unfortunately cost his team a base runner when Warriors Scarlet wanted to gift it to us. Probably not deserved by any means by the Jackrabbits, but you take a gift when you can get one. So next is Joe, and Joe hits a little dribbler to the pitcher. Pitcher will throw it to first, and he'll be out. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. So Ricardo doesn't know this, but in order to avoid a 3-pitch inning, he has to take this pitch. And it doesn't matter if it's a 45-mile-an-hour pitch right down the middle of the plate. You cannot give a pitcher 3 pitches in just 1 inning. So baseball etiquette here says to take it, but he doesn't know that. And so he will be stepping in, and Ricardo's a free swinger. So if this is 45 and over the plate, Ricardo will be swinging. And he does, and it's a foul ball. And by the way, it's 45 and over the plate. This pitcher is pretty consistent, so we'll take it. Ricardo now gets his breath, chance to step in. That ball is a strike on the outside corner at 46. So number 42 here for the Warriors Scarlet has thrown 4 pitches, all of them strikes. It's a very efficient outing for this young gentleman. Ricardo now pops that ball straight up, and that's going to go back by the concession stand. Some overeager young fan is going to go grab it. So again, throwing nothing but strikes, number 42 here for the Warrior Scarlet. So looking like there's a good chance here for Ricardo to put the bat on the ball and put it in play. That ball is way outside. Warrior Scarlet coach reminded his infield to be ready, be on the move, backing those pitches up. Good fundamentals he's pitching, or he's teaching. That ball is hit right up the middle of the shortstop. He throws it to first, and that's it. A 1-2-3 inning. Looks a lot like fall ball for the Jackrabbits. That was put the bat on the ball, everybody. So no complaints there, but not enough to put any runners on. And so with that, we end the top of the third without scoring. First time we've done that already. So we'll see who comes in to pitch now. I think we should expect Isaiah or Joe. I was told both of those are going to see some innings today. In fact, Isaiah is out on the mound now and has grabbed the ball. So it looks like he is going to be in. We'll get that pitching change on the scoreboard for you.
Yeah, because you look at Joseph Bloom, I told you. Yeah. I told you. I need somebody to warm me up. Hair slowing down your arms.
So we're waiting on a catcher here. It looks like Jabrell is donning the armor. And so with Jabrell behind the plate, we'll have, again, our third battery of the game with Isaiah and Jabrell getting on the same page right now. You can see them having a quick conversation. So that'll give us, who's 15? Is that Aaron? Aaron at first? Looks like Aaron at first. Oh, we've played jumble with the infield here because I've got, is that Kieran at second? That's definitely Kieran at second. Yeah, we got Kieran at second. And then we've got Chris at short and Gianni at third. So in right, we've got Isai. In center, I've got Javon. And in left, I've got Joe. So outside of maybe Jabrell, nobody playing a natural position for them. So we'll see how this goes. I know Coach wants to see new looks. We'll see if a complete new look works here. So Izzy is able to pump the ball in the high 50s, low 60s. Able to make up the speed that we lost when Cole moved on to his new team, and we wish him the best of luck today. He's playing this morning. Actually, he's got a couple of games, I believe, this morning, an 8:30 to 10:30. So we hope they've done well with his new team. But we move on and try to replace that huge hole, both in skill and pitching, as well as leadership. Is one of our challenges, and Izzy has a chance to definitely replace him when it comes to the speed, having heat on the mound. So, and really a good combo here is Izzy with the speed in the low 60s, 61, 62, and then Jack with what you need? Oh, 4-2. Yeah. Jack can come if Izzy struggles, and he throws about 10 miles an hour slower, so really mess with the opponents there. Speaking of opponents, looks like the teams that are playing after us are now showing up as we're into less than an hour remaining in the game. Ooh, big wide throw down from Jabrell. Blue introduced himself to Jabrell. So it looks like a lefty for the Warrior Scarlet will step in. And next pitch, or first pitch of the inning, sorry. Strike 60 on the inside corner. What I loved about that was the placement was beautiful. It was nice and fast, and it was right at the ump. I mean, there was just no way the ump couldn't call that strike because the ump set up on that inside shoulder of Jabrell. So let's see if we can do it again. Repeat it. That ball goes outside, 59. So I don't know if if Isaiah's working the four corners here, but that's
Be ready with those hits.
if he is, that's really good. So left-hander way up in the box on Isaiah, who's throwing 60. So good backhand stop by Jabrell. Isaiah tried to come in low and inside there and didn't get the corner. Swing and a miss. So Izzy playing some inside-outside game here. Pitches 1 and 3 of this at bat inside, pitches 2 and 4 outside, and is being rewarded with a 2-2 count. So he's in the driver's seat here. Let's see if he brings that 60-mile-an-hour pitch right over the inside corner again. He stays away, swing and a miss. That was beautiful, and we're going to throw the ball around the horn, hopefully. A little bobble there. So 1 batter, 1 down. Jabrell asserting some leadership behind the plate, reminding everybody how many outs and where to go.
Hey, just stay here.
Izzy is in the zone. He doesn't want to stop. He is already bent over. Now he's in the stretcher ready to pitch to the batter here.
Take your time, stand up, walk it off the it.
Here took a foul ball off the mask, and Jabrell's just taking a moment. He's going to shake it off. Ump's talking to him, asking him some simple questions to make sure he's still in the game. So this Scarlet player, now he's back in the box, but I did notice that he was stepping towards third. Maybe it's the heats that Izzy's bringing. Yeah, he's fallen out of the box. So if Izzy can keep the ball over the plate, number 5 here is going to have a hard time, I think, doing much with it. So look for a weak grounder maybe if he does make contact. But when you're stepping towards third as a right-hander, you just pull your whole body away, you pull your whole bat away. That was 60 right down the middle of the plate. So again, the difference between stepping towards the pitcher and stepping away from the pitcher was probably 3 or 4 inches, and that's exactly what the bat missed the ball by, because he's timed up correctly, just not on the same plane. And that ball comes in high at 55, little chin music.
I like that spot with 2 strikes. Now reach and finish.
So that will not help the nerves of the Scarlet batter, seeing a 59-mile-an-hour pitch up near the shoulders. Strike, the ball's dropped. So throw down to first.
Tag him, tag him.
And we get the out anyway on a bad throw and catch. But there's 2 down, so 2 up, 2 down. Izzy with 2 strikeouts now. So for a kid who's been working, I know he's been working with some extra help on the side. It's clearly paying off. He is getting an opportunity here to shine, and all intents and purposes, I think this inning is his. So next pitch to third batter of the inning. Sorry, it's just the first pitch, and that ball will be high and away. So Izzy's going to need to find himself that inside pitch again. He's best when he's working that inside. The heats that he's bringing, the speed, it scares the batters. Strike on a check swing. 1-1. Again, this Warriors club not really stepping all the way back, given how fast Izzy is. This guy's left foot equal with not even the point of the plate, but the first kind of angle of the plate. So I don't. They got to start swinging even sooner when they're that far up in the box. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch, that one's outside. 3-1. I think Jabrell for a second didn't know if he caught it or not, because it was in the glove and lingered a little bit. So got to call for that inside pitch here. Isaiah's best when he's hitting that inside corner. And that ball is high and away, and it pops off everybody. And the runner will take first.
Don't worry about the runner.
No worries, no problems here. With 2 down, a runner on first, nothing to worry about. Got a right-hander, you can throw to the right-hander. Get those outs. Teddy and Jack both coming in from kind of the bullpen. And that ball gets away. Oh. The runner will take second.
Point at the ball, right?
All right, there's my second view.
Point at the ball so he knows
On a
it's
pass ball. So it looks like Jack and Teddy both were asked to go warm up. We'll see who comes in the event that Izzy runs into trouble. But I don't see Izzy running into trouble right now. I think he's gonna bear down and throw some strikes here. That ball bounces away. One of the toughest things for a young pitcher is to shake off mistakes and to not try to overcorrect. So what we're seeing here is Izzy trying to overthrow, I think, a little bit. That ball was right in there. Number 1 for the Scarlet Knights jumped out of there, but that was a beautiful pitch. Again, that inside pitch really works for Isaiah, and he's not get it. Here comes the next pitch. Same pitch. Oh, this time called a little high. So 3-1 now. Really needed that pitch. Get it. So Izzy's now going to have to just shake that off. Again, sign of maturity. Can you shake it off and throw a strike here? High and inside. We're going to walk him. So 2 down now, first and second. So now things are starting to get serious. And we're going to get a timeout from Coach Paul. Izzy walking off the mound to go talk to him. What we're going to have is Izzy just learn to stand his ground. Stay on the mound, have Coach come to him. Jabrell's going to go out and have a quick conversation, make sure we're in the same zip code regarding the plan for this next batter. Jabrell sporting a baseball cap underneath his helmet. That's a new look for him. I don't know if he's got his hair in braids, wants to protect the braids, but that's got to be hot. I know it's not that warm out today, but a hat, then a helmet, plus all the catcher's gear. Whew. So, everyone go have a long glass of water for... There it is. That was a beautiful, beautiful pitch from Izzy.
Defense only, you can't go anywhere.
So, smaller in stature batter, so smaller strike zone for Izzy here, but Izzy can adapt. Obviously, that first pitch right there. Swing and a miss at strike 2. That was 60. Izzy is pumping it. Shake of the head from the Warriors Scarlet batter, who's got neon green cleats. Kind of love those. That ball gets by.
Let it go, bud. Let it go. What falls for? Practice. Let it go.
So, we had coaching from the stands there, and so Jabrell was listening to that, but instead probably could have thrown down. Instead, the runners will advance 80 feet. And that ball, nice snag by Jabrell. Wow, that was really nice. So with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and runners on second and third, and 2 down, Izzy just has to take a deep breath here. He's moving too fast. There's a deep breath. There's a swing and a miss. And we have all kinds of mess ups. So we drop the ball, and the runner will take first. Home! He's safe. And it's just absolute little leagueness. Call timeout. Call timeout. Call timeout.
All time.
So now the runner advances second. Let me tell you what happened there. So we struck him out, should have ended the inning. Jabrell dropped the ball or rolled the ball to the pitcher. He didn't hold it long enough to establish that he was that he caught it. And so then the runner went to first. The batter goes to first as he should on a drop third strike. In doing so, it allowed the runner to come home from third. Then they threw home to try to get him. The runner went to second. They threw to second. The runner from third came home. So instead of being out of the inning, that was 2-run error, and the game is all tied up with 2 outs. A runner on the go-ahead run on second, and Izzy now back on the mound to have to shake that all off and throw strikes.
Hey, don't overthrow, right? You're okay.
2 straight pitches that are really high. So Izzy needs to just deep breath here. He does have first base open. You could walk him if it's going to allow you to get you back in your groove, but you hate to do that because this inning should be over. You certainly don't want to help him by putting more runners on. So swing and a miss there is 61 mile an hour ball right down the middle. Sorry, swing and foul ball, not swing and a miss. And we're going to see the next pitch here from Izzy. Runner at second has a decent lead, but he doesn't go anywhere. That ball does end up above the strike zone. So 3-1.
It's gotta be your pitch still.
Hey, everyone be smart. Let's go. You got this, Isaiah. Hey, trust your defense,
Man,
kid.
that is Jackrabbits of old. That is Jackrabbits of early summer mistakes. There it is. Strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down now. Now,
Win it. Win it.
we just got to swing. We got to get over the plate. Get over the plate right here. That's all Izzy's got to do. And he does not. That ball pops away. Runner goes to third. That ball gets down to Gianni. Gianni's going to have a jump to save it. Now we have first, third, and another batter up. So Warrior Scarlet, congrats to them making the best of this inning and the extra at-bats they're getting. So 2 down now. Izzy's got to ignore the guy on first. He needs to just get this pitcher.
Nothing.
So
Why
Izzy
are we
at 50.
pulling our head instead of sliding and blocking that?
So a little bit of overthrowing now for Izzy. I think you're going to see some innings on the, or some lack of innings on this arm as well, like we saw with Isaiah, where there just isn't the arm strength because we haven't thrown very much. But you can see he's kind of overthrowing and bouncing the ball early. Takes a little off that, 55. I like that move though. That's a sign of maturity. Just take it off. Try to get over the plate. 55, but was a little high. So 2 balls and no strikes. Swing and a miss on the inside corner again. 58. That inside corner is where Izzy should live, man. It's going to terrify all the opposing batters, and he just hits it so consistent. Next pitch. Oh, that.
No, you found it, right?
So it was a good location, but high.
You got this, Isaiah. Hey, Isaiah, deep breath. Just focus.
3 balls, 1 strike. So now you're really going to see Izzy bear down here. My guess is if he walks him, we will see a new pitcher. He will not with that pitch. Oh! That was called high for ball 4. One of those things where you don't get it if you're not throwing strikes. And as I suspected, that is going to be it for Isaiah. So in his defense, he got 3 outs. He did what he needed to do. In steps Teddy. So we'll get that updated on the scoreboard. Nana and Papa in Cancun, pay attention. Here comes your grandson. My son's on the mound. So Teddy has some plans for today. Again, coach going with inexperience and then finishing up with experience. So Teddy at 60 on the gun there. Teddy's plan of action at the plate today, as we were in the car on the way here, was throw twice as many strikes as he does balls. So he wanted to throw more. Feeling it with 60 miles an hour pitches here in the warm-ups. Let's see if he can do that once everybody gets in the box. But but yeah, he wanted to just throw more strikes than balls, and I tried to up it by saying throw me more twice as many strikes as balls. So with only needing 1 out here, he should be able to just get this batter quickly and easily. He's warming up, throwing over the plate here. My guess is he does have a changeup and a curve. My guess is we're not going to mess around with that today. We're just going to see fastballs out of him.
Go, boys.
58, and the infield has stepped in around him like a band of brothers. It's all Semper Fi out there a little bit, so watching him. So Teddy's having a conversation though, joking around. It looks like with Kieran or maybe Chris.
Hey, get up out there!
So the outfield being barked at to break it up and get back to their spots, and it looks like ump's
One
walking
more,
out
let's
to have a
go.
quick conversation with Teddy, who's going to remind him about what the situation is with 2 down and bases loaded. Teddy with his final warm-up pitch hits 60, fastest he's ever thrown, and he's going to let him know that yep, you got bases loaded, and you got 2 down, and you got a brand new batter. That batter is already in the box. He is ready to see Teddy. So Teddy's just going to, I think, bring the heat at 60 and make the Warriors Scarlet beat him. So let's see. This kid looks ready. He's all the way back in the box, so he got the message. And he's loaded. Swing and a foul ball. Strike 1, 58 miles an hour. Beautiful pitch right there.
We can drive down here, not up here.
If Teddy throws 3 pitches, I may just take him to lunch after the game. Let's see how this goes. So, yesterday Teddy's little sister had a fabulous game as defensive back in her soccer game, and I challenged him to bring this. Oh, 48 mile an hour. I think that was a curve. And Teddy didn't quite finish there. 1 ball, 1 strike. So that was call for the curve there. Guess coach is going to mess around with him a little bit. Swing and a miss, a 49 mile an hour changeup. That's where I'm trying to convince Teddy to live on that off-speed pitch. Throw 60, then throw 49. That was beautiful over the outside corner. And that batter was way ahead. So now, traditional baseball call is you bring in the fastball right here. And they did, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that ends the inning. 4 pitches. That was beautiful. That is Teddy of old. 4 pitches, 1 down. That ends the inning, but not before the Warriors Scarlet tie the game, ladies and gentlemen. They go to 4th. It is a brand new ball game, and we will see Jorge, Teddy, and Gianni. So that was there's a chance you go to 4th inning. You only get 4 innings, I think, in here, because we're at what are we at? An hour 23. So I think we're not supposed to start after an hour 30 or an hour 40. But honestly, to be good parents and not have games later afternoon, start so late, we need to just be done. So, but nonetheless, let's assume this is the final inning of the game, and if we get to play 2 more, we shall. Now, Jackrabbits had a 4 showing. There's 3 up, 3 down last inning, and then we're up. So we're going to need to get some runners on, get some runners over, and get some runners in, right? And we wouldn't. I was calling him out while I was pitching, but 62, I think, was where he topped out, but he had to come to strike. Regularly throwing 60, 61, 4 strikes. So yeah, and then no, he had and it's totally unfair to him. He got the inning. That was, Teddy coming in to finish the inning was great from a dad's perspective, but he had 3 outs. He got his 3 outs. Like he did what he yes, he did what he should have done or needed to do, and he should be very proud of his efforts today. So yeah, exactly. So now it's working on arm strength. You can see, and I called it. If you go back and watch, you can see he's kind of overthrowing and sort of tweaking the upper body to try to generate a little more power. Yeah, exactly. So today's at 61 and 60. We've never had that before. It was brand new. So I'm not sure where that came from, but I'll take it. But then his first changeup was 48. That's why the kid screwed himself in the ground, because he just swung twice. Yeah. Was it changed, or it looked like it was supposed to be a curveball?
It was supposed. The second one was supposed to be a curveball, and he just threw it. That's why it came out.
Oh yeah, okay. 48 mile an hour. That was a change. 62, not as a strike, so but he maxed out there. It's one of those chin music ones. Otherwise, regularly living 59 to 61. Isaiah was. Isaac was. His arm strength falls way off. 62 or 63 in the first batter, and then 57. Yeah. Oh, whoops, we're up. Anyway, 57 is when you pulled him. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So we go. Again, the Jackrabbits are the visitors, and they will. Let's see. We'll have Jorge and then Teddy. So that pitch is a little outside of 47 mile an hour. I think, is this a new pitch? No, it's 42, same pitcher. He just dropped way down that one, almost a sidearm pitch. So.
The best Viking hill, the slightest.
The ball's away. Good eye for Jorge. And then Jorge will now look for the third pitch of his at-bat. That ball bounces in across the plate. The catcher played almost like a ground ball. So, hey, by the way, if you appreciate Keith doing the scoreboard, give a shout out in the comments or in the Team Reach app, because him doing the scoreboard allows me to do different camera angles and pay attention to what's going on. So, he's a silent partner, but an equal partner with the Jackrabbits Broadcasting for sure. Jorge will walk to first on a 4-pitch walk. Teddy will step in. Nana and Papa come in from the pool in Cancun, and let's watch Teddy here. Teddy looking to see where they give him. Left center gap is wide open. That ball is high. And Jorge's in safely to second. No real play there. So Teddy took ball 1. Teddy itching to swing here, but I think your wise move is you take until he throws a strike. And that ball's going to get past. Pick up third base easily. So this pitcher has dropped down considerably. I think it's the same pitcher from last inning. Dropped down considerably. Rather than coming over the top, it's 3/4, almost a sidearm. So all of his pitches are coming way foul ball. Teddy swung on 3-0, so he'll be doing laps. Know the count, man. Know the count. Oh, 2-0. Never mind. I've been calling it wrong. He does know the count. That's my kid. That's my kid. He knows the count. His dad doesn't, but he does. Okay, 2 balls and 1 strike. My bad. He's not going to run laps because he knows the count. And that ball is going to be way outside. Jorge is going to come in. There's no one there to cover. Jorge will safely. And 3 balls, 1 strike, and that will be the go-ahead run. So Jorge on with a walk. Stolen base, pass ball gets us in. Teddy takes an outside pitch. Not much he could have done with that, so I definitely think he'd do that. Coach telling him hit it that way. Teddy choking up. Best 2-strike hitter on the team. Way up in the box, Teddy is, adjusting to the lack of speed we're seeing. And then Teddy with that ball crushed into left center field. Oh! And the center fielder gets underneath it for the first out of the inning. So bravo, well played by the Knights. Sorry, not the Knights, the Warriors Scarlet center fielder. And, you know, that's what you do. You hit the ball in play and you make them make a play. So pleased with that swing, though. That was a nice deep drive. So Teddy, as I think I mentioned last week, is now taller than me, but apparently he's putting on a little bit of muscle too, hitting higher on the gun than he's ever done before and really driving those balls into the outfield. So for Christmas, he's going to be getting a new bat. We'll see if a new bat with a different, maybe a drop 8 or even a drop 5, allows him to put a little more weight behind the pitch, or behind the swing, drives even further. But in now, we've got Gianni who has stood there for 2 straight balls, non-competitive pitches really. So if anybody wants to just serve him up a 46-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle of the plate, Gianni will hit this ball with the Miami Vice bat 300 feet to dead center, I have no doubt. And that ball's outside. Not, so Gianni now, know the count. It is 3-0. Got confirmation from my scorekeeper here. Keith keeping me honest. Oh, Gianni wears that one. Most hit by pitch on the team by far. He's going to take first. And that would have been ball 4 had he dodged anyway, but he now gets all the masculine machismo points for taking that one off the hip. And Jack will step in, and that gives us Aaron on deck. And there's a conversation happening, obviously, on the mound, but then Jack also running back. I'm not sure what he's doing. A pair of batting gloves in the back pocket. You'll see this when he walks past in just a second. So He's on team no batting gloves apparently. Got him in his back pocket, I guess, to balance out the oven mitt in the other pocket, but not on his hands where one would suspect batting gloves would be. Maybe he's up to bat. He's got gloves for them, you know? It's like somebody who keeps driving gloves in their glove box, but doesn't actually use them when they drive. I don't know if anybody does that anymore. My father-in-law used to have driving gloves and he kept them driving. But I think at this point, with heated steering wheels, why do you even need driving? All right, so Jack steps in, stands on top of the plate as always, gets himself ready. Again, batting gloves in the back pocket, not in the hands. Balk, and we'll get a balk there, so we'll get a free base out of that. So Gianni will take second. So what happened there is Jack squared up to bunt. The pitcher kind of stopped his motion, then threw it. An effort to deceive is the definition of a balk, and that could be easily construed as that. So mostly once you start coming home, you got to just come home. Foul tip, 47 on the right hand, on the left hander, excuse me. But Jack just needs to make sure he doesn't end up leaning too far towards first. Oh! To the first baseman who has a, guess what I found? Whew. Wow. Actually saved him from buying a whole new set of teeth. He's actually calling time now because he's grabbing his wrist. That probably stung. He's actually pulling himself out of the game. And looks like they're going to put a new first baseman in. So. Yeah, we got a substitute there. Jack hit the line drive so hard. First baseman pulled himself out of the game. New first baseman in. And the first baseman's got holding his left wrist. So two good hits from the Jackrabbits, both Teddy and Jack. But the ground ball, left side, and that ball bounces up off the shortstop. And the play gets past him at first. We'll have a play at home. And an insurance run comes in Gianni. So Gianni did sort of a delay there with 2 outs, and he kind of ran in front of the shortstop. I think that caused the shortstop to fumble the ball. He then made a short throw to first, got past the first baseman. So Aaron gets on safely, and in steps number 9. What we got up here? We got Chris. Chris was swinging a miss. It said 56 on the gun, but I don't think that sounded like a 56 mile an hour pitch. Maybe. I don't want to disparage that. Let's see if it is. We'll see it again, I think, because this kid has been very consistent. And that ball is 45 on the inside corner. I think that's more like where he's been. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Aaron not stealing. I guess waiting maybe for a pass ball here. He has average speed on the team, so you'd have to have a really good lead. So, being told to basically get a bigger lead and to go. So look for him. Foul ball, foul ball, foul ball. All right, so 1 ball, 2 strikes now. This is where Chris has got to break habits of recent and turn into Chris of midsummer form with 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's way ahead on this pitcher, so he's up in the box. He's just got to wait a split second. Folks, we're talking a quarter of a second difference here. He's always got to wait. Next pitch, that ball is high. Good stop by the catcher there to pop up and get that. Keep Aaron back at first. Good decision by Chris not to swing. We got Jabrell on. When Chris gets on, Jabrell will come up to bat. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is it for the Jackrabbits in the top of the 4th, but they pick up 2 runs, giving them a 6-4 lead. We will see if Coach is going to go with inexperienced fresh arms or more experienced fresh arms here. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, 6-4, and we are an hour 36 minutes in, so this will probably be it. This will probably it. Blue says likely it. So we'll see who comes out to pitch. It looks like Joe is working his way towards the mound and grabbing the ball. So Joe, a mid-50s fastball pitcher. We'll see where this goes. So a reminder, we'll be back Sunday for our 5th game of this 8-game fall ball season. You'll want to make sure that you've subscribed and liked and rung the bell. So, woo! Joe at 57 on the first warm-up pitch with a real pop. And we got Kieran behind the plate. So, new inning, new battery. So we'll see how these two, I don't think these two have ever worked together. Wow, good heads up, Coach. Good heads up, Coach.
I know.
So Joe almost hit the opposing coach with that second warm-up pitch. So again, subscribe, hit the bell, make sure you'll see us live, or in the case of T-Mobile dropping us midstream, you'll get the second stream coming at you. But I've got us playing the Lightning at a very early 8:30 next week. Oh, so that'll be a departure from our household at the 7 a.m. hour. Already can tell you that Teddy's mom and sister will not be joining us. It'll be a boys' trip down here to the park next week. So if you're joining us from the Mountain Time Zone, it'll be an early game, but we'll be done maybe in time for you to get the rest of your Sunday going. Maybe even catch in the late service if you're church-going individual. But make sure you've done that, and then we'll have a following game on October 1st. That game's at 2:30, so we've got an early game, and then we got a late game here. So, but for today, we got to finish this game off before we all go on our merry way. So, looks like Jabril at first maybe took a ball off the face on infield here. So,
Are you bleeding?
But what I really like about Jabril at first, and we'll do the defensive alignments here. Jabril at first is, as a catcher, he's used to getting his body in the way. Now, obviously, giving up your teeth during warm-up is probably not necessary, but certainly plays with that attitude. So, Jabril at first, Javon at second. Again, warm spot in my heart for Javon at second as a former second baseman. He plays it the way I play it, so really love that. Jorge, of course, will be holding down shortstop, and Gianni on the third base. So we got our standard left side of the infield, which would be important. In right, 21. Is that Isaiah? Isaiah, and then in center, I literally can't see who is in center. And then Teddy will be in left. So hopefully Teddy knows how to catch a fly ball if one comes his direction. Oh, we got Ricardo in center. I like Ricardo in center. I think long-term, Ricardo might be a center, or might be an outfielder or center fielder. He's quick, he's aggressive, he knows how to play the game. So I like him playing out there, and he'll definitely take ownership of the game. So Teddy hugging the line right now, leaving a huge gap in left center. Joe with his first pitch skips away from Kieran behind the plate for 56-mile-an-hour fastball low. So Teddy and I talked on the way down. Both of us really want to see a win. We want to see everybody learn new positions, get new skills, get innings. Whoa, 57 way outside to Joe. Joe. Joe having a similar three-quarter delivery that the Warriors Scarlet pitcher had. So swinging the ball way wide to right-handed batters. There we go. Swinging a miss at 58 on the outside corner. If Joe can do that more frequently, then he'll be very, very good. So Ricardo playing almost right center now. So it's really assuming that these batters cannot get around on Joe's speed. And foul ball straight back. Kieran plays that off the fence. So that was beautiful. Throw gets away from Joe. 57, by the way, on that foul ball. So Ricardo might not be way off on where he's at. That foul ball translated to, you know, if it were to be in play, would have been more of a right center. So Javon needs to be ready. Jabrell needs to be ready. 52 mile an hour. I think, see if a changeup? It was.
I like it, Joe. I like it.
Starts in here, all right?
Oh, okay. Well, that was 52 and definitely was tumbling differently. So, second pitch. Okay.
Nothing fancy, just go strikes.
What are you calling that? A knuckle? It is a knuckle? Okay, that's why it was tumbling funny. Okay. Pop up, off to the right. Somebody call it. Kieran's underneath it. Oh, no one can get to it as it is off by the bench. Kieran getting barked at for not diving. Honestly, that's not a play that anybody's going to make. That ball is going to be extremely tough to catch in foul territory. So as you can see now, 2 foul balls, 2 off to the right side. So again, this Warriors Scarlet batter not getting around on Joe. So the right side of the infield needs to be ready. The left side of the infield needs to play accordingly. And Joe throws that 58 mile an hour pitch outside. You might have to go back to where you were sitting. He was pitching better when you were sitting over there. Dad got in field of vision of Joe, so I'm kicking Dad out of field of vision of Joe. So we can get this strikeout right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Foul ball, straight back. Now he's getting on it a little bit, so he's got his
Win it. Win the next one. Win the next one. I like it.
This guy's timing down a little bit better. Ricardo adjusting accordingly. So this is why I like Ricardo. He really understands the game. He's playing straight away now. Understand where the pitch is coming. Swing and a miss. A 58 mile an hour pitch on the outside corner. This 58. Joe throwing strikes, man. You can't be sad about that at all, right? Let's throw some strikes. So. Teddy's still hugging the left field line. Everybody else playing this batter straight up. Joe from the windup. 49 mile an hour something or other. I think that was a curve. It looked like it had some drop to it. So starts off with strike 1. Joe, you know, coming out with some confidence, much like we saw from Isaiah, much like we saw from Isaac. So 51, a little high. I'm not sure what that was. It looked like that might have tried to be a knuckleball. But our 3 kind of back end of the rotation pitchers coming out with a lot of confidence today. We'd love to see that. Now the question is, do they have the arm strength to get through and the mental slight tweaks that they need to make to get the inning completed. Ump just held up 1-1, but in my brain I had 2-1. So I'm not sure. Not sure what's happening here. We got a count for sure. Ball's outside. Oh, never mind. 3-1. He fixed himself. 3-1. Yep. So Joe now, all the swagger he had with the first batter, struggling to cover it here. There it is. There it is. Full 56 right at the knees on the outside corner.
Hey, live there, Joe. Live there, kid.
And 3-2. 1 down, so big pitch from Joe here. Let's see if he takes a little off. He does not. He throws it at 58, but it bounces away. Runner takes first on the walk. Come on, guys. So ball gets away from Joe with a high throw back from Kieran. The 2 of them need to be talking. That's the second time that's happened. I'm not going to be okay. So we'll see Joe off the stretch here. Probably not likely to generate as much power. So we'll see against the lefty here. Also a different look. And the throw is not in time. Oh, it was just to the third base side. Jorge with a great scoop and tag, but he was safe. So Kieran with a good throw down. That's going to be a fearsome combo with just a little bit more practice. That Kieran to Jorge combo is going to get a lot of runners in the future. So the first pitch was outside. So the runner on second doesn't really matter. With a 2-run lead, this likely being the final inning, it's all about getting the outs, and you will trade a base for an out, for example. Joe, on the other hand, a little bothered by the leadoff he saw, so stepping off and getting time. That ball skips across the plate, ball 2. So with Gianni and with Teddy already having made an appearance, you cannot go out and come back. So it would be Jack who would come in to finish up the inning if Joe runs into trouble. Ball's inside, 58, but a little inside. And we got a 2-1 count with 1 down. So Joe looking to try to keep the ball down low so you get a ground ball.
All right, Joe, refocus, kid.
So 3-1.
Hey, 3-1. 1 pitch, 1 spot.
All right, big battle here, 1-3. Let's go, kid. Lots of confidence.
So Joe just needs to hit the mitt here and get that ball over the plate. Strike. That ball was a beautiful 54-mile-an-hour, maybe knuckle, I think. Yeah, that just tumbled in all kinds of crazy, but over the plate and in the zone. So I don't know. He's thrown 3 of those, 2 of for strikes. I kind of wish he'd just keep throwing the knuckleball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Ground ball, just to Jorge. He picks up, he throws it to first. The runner's out. So we will trade, like I said, we will trade an out for a base. So that runner did advance to third, but 2 down. Heads up play by Jorge. And now we'll see how we do here. Again, we'll trade that run for, or we'll trade a base for an out. So Joe looking like he's going to come off the stretch. Yeah, it looked like there for a second. I was thinking wind up, but coming off the stretch. 51 it says on the gun. I think it's 56. There you go. Reset 56 on the gun. So on the outside corner, this kid for Warrior Scarlet doing a little bit of a shuffle dance and bouncing out of the box. So can't get his feet set. I wonder if this is the one we saw before, who kept swinging but pulling away. So if Joe keeps that fastball away and this batter doesn't make those necessary changes, this should be our final batter. But I say that at the risk of jinxing it. And that batter, again, is stepping out, so a good sign that if Joe can keep the ball over the plate, we will not have any problems here. And the next pitch is on its way. And a ground ball right to Joe. Joe's going to run it over. And that's it. Out number 3. And that is game. Jackrabbits put their first W on the board. We are 1-3, ladies and gentlemen, halfway through the fall ball season. But more importantly, 3 of our back-end rotation pitchers pitched very well in their inning of work today. All of them getting the outs they needed. So a reminder that you want to make sure you subscribe, you hit that bell, and we'll let you know when we're back bright and early next week at an 8:30 Mountain Time game. So those of you out west, it's very, very early. With that, I'm going to sign off for Jackrabbits Broadcasting. On behalf of Pete, this is Mike, Teddy's dad, and we are proud Jackrabbits parents today here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.